How much verbals went on in your day?
Well, it wouldn't be as silly as that, Joe.
That wasn't exactly Oscar Wilde.
No, I mean it was. I mean, and if you look back at that incident, Dele Alli had no involvement in the actual incident. I can't remember what it was. Was young, was involved with somebody else, but he gets involved in it where there's no. It's not necessary. It's just not part of the game. Get on with the game, and if you have to get stuck in, you get stuck in. But there was always verbals in my day.
Was it threats? Was it you? Next time you get the ball, you're getting it.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of psychological stuff in it. Billy Bremner was brilliant at it.
Right.
Billy Bremner, when we played against a tough opposition, one of them was the Arsenal midfield player, and he was a little bit of a headbutt. But
did you say a little bit of a headbutt?
Headbanger.
Oh, right. Okay, right, okay.
Headbanger, and like Bremner would say to me, like in earring shot of the player, this fella's a headbanger, John. Right. And I say, do you see it was in his paper this morning? His wife has left him. That type of
wow,
like madness stuff, really. You know what I mean? But I pretended that he wasn't there, and Billy pretended he wasn't there. There'd be a bit of that going on.
Yeah.
But
and did you get involved in it?
Well, I play my part. Say, oh no, I didn't see that, Billy, or wherever it might be. You know.
Yeah.
But that would be
common.
But it wouldn't be to the detriment of your game. See, when Dele Alli does it, it's actually to the detriment of his game.
He's not in control.
He's not in control of it.
Whereas when you and Billy were doing it, you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, and you weren't never going to be sent off on it. Like Dele Alli was when we gave 2 fingers there, and he was suspended for a match, and it was in the paper last year. Like even Pochettino was saying, I don't want him to lose this fire in his belly. Nobody wants him to lose that, but you can have that without being silly. Like Harry Kane has the fire in his belly, but he doesn't get sent off. He doesn't do silly things, and that's the only thing that will stop Dele Alli, in my opinion, being one of the greats, because he's a really, really good football intelligence. He's got good ability. He's got an awful lot going. He's very young. Yeah. Hopefully he will learn as he gets older, Joe, and fulfil his promise.
I want to hear more about you and Bremner winding up your lads in the other team.
Well, Bremner was always very funny. Bremner was great character on the pitch, you know. I mean, I remember playing Manchester City one time, and I got into a bit of a do with Franny Lee. You know, Franny was the Man City lad, and Franny could dish it about. But I got in, as it happened, the players got in. You know, first place now was Mike Summerby. Do you remember Mike Summerby? He could get stuck in as well.
Right.
You know, my reaction was, "You keep your fucking nose out." See, and Billy says, "Have you seen the size of his nose, wee man?" You see. But that type of stuff.
So a touch of good nature about it, but a bit of an edge, obviously.
There was an edge to it.
Yeah.
But a bit of humour as well.
Yeah.
And not done in a
nasty.
Like Dele Alli's given the 2. You remember he was given the finger or whatever it was. Getting himself into trouble, Joe. Getting himself into trouble where it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Not necessary. Get that out of his. He can keep that fire in his belly.
Would it be something that you would dare do to someone like the stature of a Bobby Charlton? Like, or were there certain lads that you thought, well, I'm not going in for it with someone like Bobby Charlton or a George Best type? Would there be certain respect for certain lads where it'd be seen as just you don't do it?
You would for Bobby, but not for Georgie.
Right, George you'd be talking to.
Oh yeah,
Bobby you wouldn't.
No.
He's too much.
And Bobby would be too respect.
Yeah.
The physical aspect now would be a different thing.
With Bobby,
you get into Bobby.
Right.
You get into Bobby. Now, what was great about Bobby loved the hard man in football because he couldn't be a hard man himself. He just couldn't do it.
As in, he was too nice to be nasty?
No, he just couldn't do it.
What do you mean?
Well, he couldn't be nasty. Didn't know how to be nasty.
Okay.
Right?
As in, he didn't know how to leave a dirty stud on someone? Okay.
Didn't know how to do it.
And did you never teach him?
No, he mightn't have had the inclination to do it either.
Yeah.
But the great thing about Bobby, like you get stuck into Bobby, do all that, he'd come back for more.
He's brave.
He had good moral courage to do it.
George Best must have had a phenomenal courage.
Yeah,
to keep dribbling against the Chopper Harrises and
Georgie
stuff.
George was hugely gifted.
Yeah.
Hugely gifted player. But Georgie played in a different way to Bobby. You know, Georgie was a dribbler and that. Bobby was a midfield player. Different temperaments altogether, you know.
If you went in and left something on Bobby Charlton, would he turn around to you and say, "What are you doing?" Or would he just get on with it?
He'd give you a look.
Right.
But he'd come back for more.
Right.
But he couldn't dish it out himself. I know from Bobby. Bobby played, but there was a great Newcastle player called Jimmy Schooler, years before your time in that. He was a hard nut. A real terrific player, but a hard nut. Bobby loved him.
Right.
Bobby was a Newcastle lad. He would have supported Newcastle. Loved Bobby. But he loved the hard man. Bobby loved the hard man.
Right.
And I think inside him he'd love to be
one of them.
One of them.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But he couldn't. But Bobby couldn't. He didn't know how to do it. You know?
Yeah.
But he had the moral courage to come back again. I mean, I played against Bobby for 10 years after I left Old Trafford.
Yeah.
You get into Bobby, wonderful player. You'd get into him. You'd and Bobby he'd make gestures and that.
But it wouldn't phase him, it wouldn't stop him.
He'd come back for more.
Okay, interesting.
There was players I played against that wouldn't come back for more, Joe.
Of course.
I mean, you get stuck in him and say, "Oh, he's going to pack it in."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Bobby wouldn't pack it in, but he didn't know how to deliver it either.
Right. Very interesting.